So on this video, let's look at a potential trade setup to go short on the New Zealand CAD using the daily and taking our entry on the 4-hour time frame. All right, guys, let's go ahead and look at this potential trade setup on the New Zealand CAD. The New Zealand CAD, we're looking at the trade setup on the daily time frame. All right, as we can see, price came up to this weekly level of resistance. Then price came back down. It pushed off the level, came back down, and hovered around this 3-year support level for a while. As you can see, price traded into this range. It just pushed up and down, just traded in between the range. Then price came up here and then decided to go ahead and break out of the range, continuing to the downside. So let me show you guys what that range looks like. Let me go ahead and just put in this rectangular shape. Show you what I mean. You'll be able to see it a lot better on the 4-hour time frame. But price traded into this range, it broke out of the range, and now it's continuing to the downside. So the next thing we would do, since price is continuing to the downside, is there a potential trade opportunity? Does price give us an entry? Okay. In order to get an entry on this trade, we would have to go down to a smaller time frame. So let's drop down to the 4-hour and show you guys what I'm talking about. Drag that together. Let me scale that a little bit. Okay. So as you can see, price came up, pushed off this weekly level of resistance. Okay. Came down. Like I said, it traded into this range. Price pushed up. Then price broke out of the range. Okay. This is the level of support. This 1-year level of support, daily support level, shows you where price was kind of consolidated in this range, right? Then price came down, it broke out of the level. Now it looks like it's retesting this level, right? As price often does, to continue down to the downside, right? So how do we look for a trade setup? Well, on the 4-hour time frame, we do get a new level set up right here. Okay, where the close of this candle right here is now beginning to put us, you know, our momentum condition is being met on our oscillators, where price can potentially put us in this trade to continue down to the downside. So what I would do, I would go ahead and set an entry at the close of this candle. Once the candle does close, right, I would go ahead and put a stop loss behind the previous week's high, because I'm trading on the 4-hour time frame. Well, I'm taking my entry on the 4-hour time frame, so I will put the stop loss behind the previous week's high. Why do I put the stop loss behind the previous week's high? Because from this line to this line represents 1 week of price data, right? How do I know that I'm wrong in this trade? Well, if price trades back up past this high, I know price wants to continue to the upside, and essentially I'm wrong in this trade, so I should be getting out of the trade. Hence why I put my stop loss behind the previous week's high. Okay, so let me go ahead and adjust this stop loss just a little bit. Let me tighten it up just a little bit. So I will wait for this candle here to close, right? Once this candle go ahead and close for me, then wherever it closes, I will go ahead and set an entry, a sell stop entry right below that candle. Once price comes to me, breaks this level, and puts me into the candle, then I'll go ahead and take the trade to the downside for a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if I am risking about 108 pips, then I will look to trade down 108 pips as my first take profit. Of course, we can split our position and we can go 1-to-1 risk to reward for one of our positions, and our second position could be 2-to-1 risk to reward. So if you're trading 2% per trade, you can do 1% at a 1-to-1, and then you do the other 1% at a 2-to-1. Okay, but it's all about, you know, it's all about your money management plan and how you like to trade your system. Well, guys, that is the video for tonight. That's my potential trade setup. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe to the page. Forex King.